Before I started working with Lee, I trained, but I didn't really take it too seriously. It was quite on and off. Same as well for nutrition. What I thought was good and what I thought was bad was probably the other way around. That was really the reason why I thought, if I really want to do anything with myself and with my body and nutrition wise and actually do things properly, then I need the help of someone who is actually trained to do it and has a lot more knowledge than me. With work and things like that, I was always based more in the UK, so I had more structure and I could plan my day a lot better. So I thought that there was no better time or opportunity to start doing something like a fitness journey, whether it's 12, 14, 16, 18 or a whole year, than a time when I've got the rest of my life is structured quite well. The biggest struggles that I had with my diet before I started working with Lee is it would be more it's hard to explain really, it would be more the structure of meals, what to include in with meals, the way you cook your food, the way you store your food, depending what you're having and things like that. So I would think you'd see a pasta pot from Tesco's and you go, oh, okay, pasta's good, pasta's healthy, let's eat some pasta. Without actually really going into like the macronutrients of it and finding out, oh no, actually what's in this? Is there a lot of sugar? Is there a lot of salt? That was the kind of thing that never even crossed my mind before. Protein's protein. As long as you're having protein shakes, then everything's fine. You can eat whatever else you want, and you're gonna be all good. I've always known what's good food and what's bad food, but it's really getting into the finer details and actually realising, well, I know that might be good food, but am I having too much good food, or am I having too little bad food, or what I would consider bad food, fats and that sort of thing. And also counting macros. I'd seen it, I'd had no idea, and probably too much impatience to be able to actually stick with something for a couple of weeks that I've done myself, or like a macro range or a calorie range, and think, am I staying at the same weight? Am I losing weight? And am I gaining weight? So I can properly work them out for myself. So I just kind of winged it, to be honest. I think the biggest struggles that I had with training were that I think I would probably do too much. I think that more is better, and no resting. Obviously this then links back to the nutrition side of things as well. It'd just be a case of that you'd see things or see something someone's doing and think, oh, I'll do that, without actually realising that it's more the quality of what you do rather than the quantity, your form, things like that. Although I'd always, because I've never been that strong, I've always tried to focus on form more than anything. So I might only lift a low weight, but I know that I'm lifting that perfectly, so I get the perfect mind-muscle connection. I've always done a lot of research into that sort of things before I started working with you, but not to any sort of time where I had a full structured program that I'd stick to. I'd go on one thing for a week and then something else for another week and then something else for a couple of days, and then I'd probably miss a week because I was annoyed with the previous week or something like that. So there was just no real structure and no real end goal in mind. It was just going to the gym for the sake of going to the gym, basically. I can admit to myself that I'm impatient, and that because you have that ideal, you have an idea in your head of how you think you could look or how you would like to look, and if something's not giving you that feeling within a short time, then it's like, oh no, I'm done with this, move on to the next thing. And I think because there's so much bad information around, and it's hard to trust someone or an article or a website or a video, because you don't know the driving factor behind it. Are people saying this because that's the truth, or are they saying it because they get paid to say it, or is this really the best thing? Is this what they did to get their body? Their genetics are different to me, and how do I know this is going to work for me? All that sort of thing. So I think that's one of the biggest things is like the trust factor of being able to go, you know what, I trust what I'm being told or what I'm reading or whatever. I'm going to go into this knowing that I'm fully believing in what I'm being given or what I'm seeing. Or I think that was the hardest thing previously, is there's almost too much information and it's all completely different. So someone's got to be right, someone's got to be wrong. It's finding who's the right one, who's the wrong one, what information is good and what's bad. The reason that I wanted to sign up with Lee and do the Lean with Lee coaching program was that I'd always struggled to find a structure in my diet and my training that worked well for me, or that's something that I'd actually put time into. And someone said to me, it's easy to do and you can do it yourself, you can come up with your own diet plan, you can come up with your own training plan, it's really, really simple. But if it's really simple, then why are there people who are personal trainers? Why are there people that are nutritionists? Why are there people that do this for a living? Surely it's like anything. If you needed help with something or you needed a wall building, you'd go and speak to a builder. And I thought, this is the one occasion in my life where I actually want to give 110% to training and dieting as strict as I can, more just to test myself and see what I'm capable of doing. Everyone knows that underneath the rolls of fat, that there's like a gleaming six-pack sitting there. But most people are probably too lazy to try and unearth it. Whereas I thought, you know what, this is something that I want to get behind fully, and make sure that I go in the middle of 2017 with sort of the best physique I could possibly have. Easy when I started the program, because I committed myself mentally to it. This is something that I really want to do, I really want to get behind, so I'm going to put all of my efforts and all of my focus into running the 12-week course and beyond that, and making sure that I give it everything I can. That even now when I train or I diet or I go back to eating some of the foods I was eating on the program, I've not got the same intensity that I knew that I had when I started, because there was a goal in mind. I think the thing that I have to do now is set myself targets, just like I did then, and break things down into a smaller time frame to be able to go, right, this is what I've achieved in this time frame, this is what I've achieved in this time frame. But I think because all of my efforts, and I mean every single thing, social life and work life, I'd focused around this was my goal, this is what I want to do. And being the start of the year as well, I think mentally it prepares you to say, like you see people saying, new year, new me, and it was literally one of those things. So that's what I would recommend to everyone is before doing anything like this or committing to something, whether it's financial or time or training or diet or structure, just make peace with it in your mind that this is the reason why I'm going to do it, this is why I want to do it, this is what I have to do. And that's the way that I looked at it. It was like a bit of a community as well with the Facebook group and that sort of thing. It was I didn't want to be the person that bowed out. And I thought, you know, I'm gonna, even if it kills me. And there were some like tough days with some with some man-up pills that needed to be had. But I just convinced myself in my head, and I made peace with the fact that it's going to be a complete culture shock for myself, but I was okay, because not only were you paying money for something, but you mentally invested into it as well. So I think that was more the thing that I'd say to anyone, is that just get your mind right before anything else. The training and the dieting's easy as long as your head's in it. Since finishing the training program and working with Lee, a lot of things for me mentally have changed more than physically, I would say. I mean, physically, being honest, I was that strict with myself before and with my goals, is that I probably went like a bodybuilder after a first bodybuilding show, just go boom straight off into the deep end of like pizza, McDonald's, fast food, this sort of thing, because you've been craving it for such a long time. But the difference is now compared to before is that I can then switch it back on to a bespoke nutrition plan, which I had for me before, which I know worked wonders. And from that, my understanding of food and nutrition and health in general is just leaps and bounds beyond my knowledge previously. Same with training as well. I'm like the holy grail now to friends who are looking to do the same thing. Or, do you think you could give me some advice on this? Or do you think you could give me some tips? Or, when you did this, what was good for that? I was like, well, I am like a personal trainer basically now. So it's nice to be able to have a better understanding of I wouldn't even call it like training or diet, or I'm just saying more just health in general and looking after your body. More from a point of I've been down to like 6% body fat or something like that, and to be honest, I didn't really like it as much as what I thought I did. And just things like that, to be able to go, you know what, I've tested myself, I've done it, and it was a test for me personally. But I know now that I'm capable of doing that, which is also for me, it's like a nice personal win mentally, being able to say that, you know what, this is what I can do if I put my mind to something and really invest everything I've got into doing it. And that's sort of just what I've carried on. From a training point of view, is I still do. If I go to the gym, I still do the exact training split and everything. The days, the rest days, the abs, the cardio, everything. I still refer to the client pack on like a daily basis in the gym. It was only after probably about the first 6-7 weeks when like quite quick drastic results for me anyway is what I found. I lost a lot of weight, especially around like my stomach area. My abs were showing quite quickly. People were like, so would you recommend me doing this? And then everyone just started then doing like a full 360, going, oh well yeah, actually I think that's all right. You know what, I won't eat that. I'll make my own meal. And I'm like, oh right, okay. So this is how it goes. And it was a sacrifice in terms of like social life and whatever sometimes, because you just, well, I say sacrifice, it's just a change than what you would normally do, or you normally go out and you have like a pint of beer or something, whereas you go out and you'd have a Diet Coke, and people just, but that's not only for me, it's for like your loved ones or whoever you spend your social time with. It's also like a difference in lifestyle for them too, but as long as they accept it and they don't have to agree with it, they just have to accept it and go, yeah, okay, well, although I don't want to do the same, fair play, and I'm behind you 100%, which makes it, like you said, so much easier.